Hey guys, it's Daniel from mobilereviews.ca, and today I'm going to do a review of the MagBak for the iPhone 6s, and I guess for the 6s Pluses as well. It's a very tiny case, but don't let it fool you. It's really slim and it's very grippy. It has magnets on the back of the case, which is why it's called MagBak. I love the texture on this case, but there are a couple of gripes that I have which involve dust and my inverted pockets. Now for my MagBak review, I've given this iPhone case a score of 4.28 out of 5. It scores as well as the Apple Silicone case, but since my scoring system for the 6 doesn't have a category called making your iPhone awesome with magnets, I'd probably say it's better than the Apple Silicone case. The lack of protection that the MagBak provides for your iPhone is why it scores a little lower than the other cases in my top 10 list. If you're wondering what else I think is pretty awesome for the iPhone 6, check out my best of the best post on my website. Links are in the I or the description section below.
Real usage, real reviews, mobilereviews.ca.
At mobilereviews.ca, we base everything we do on actual usage, so when we get a slim case with magnets on the back, the only thing we can do is just try to stick it onto as many things as we possibly can. The MagBak is a lightweight and thin case. It's actually kind of hard to believe that there are magnets in the back of the case, especially when you compare it to other magnetic cases like the Rockform. I will say that the MagBak looks and feels suspiciously like the Apple Silicone case. This black MagBak has spent a couple weeks on my pink iPhone, in my pocket, during, everyday life. And before that, I spent a couple weeks in my wife's purse. And as you can see, that everything is still intact. It's incredibly grippy and is one of the grippiest cases, but that grippiness, I think, comes at a cost. Now, I generally complain about the lack of texture on most cases, but for the MagBak, it's almost too grippy because pulling the iPhone out of my pocket usually results in the pocket being pulled out as well. The texture is so grippy that pocket lint, dust, and dirt seem to be attracted to the case like Monty to a piece of banana. Overall, those are two tiny gripes. The handling it provides for your iPhone, it's pretty incredible, though if you feel very strongly about inverted pockets, then maybe stay away from this case if you have that quirk. The magnets are quite tiny and not noticeable on a day-to-day basis. The magnets are shielded so they won't interfere with your iPhone 6's compass, which is great. For me, the best use I had for this case was actually going to the gym and mounting my iPhone on the rack instead of keeping it on the unclean, sweat-stained floor of the Olympic lift station where bros go and work out their biceps. Each MagBak comes with two magnetic strips that allow you to mount it basically anywhere you want, on smooth surfaces or even slightly rough surfaces like leather. Now, when it comes to mounting things in my car, I'm usually quite torn because I generally have to cover something that I have to use while I drive. With the MagBak, the only place I could put the metal strip resulted in my iPhone covering how powerful I wanted the airflow through my car, which is, I'm pretty sure I don't need, during the summer. When it comes to protection, the MagBak covers the iPhone, which allows the company to say that it will protect your iPhone, but this case isn't, I don't feel comfortable dropping this case for fun. The case does provide clearance for your screen if you put your iPhone on a flat surface. And like the Apple Silicone case, this product doesn't cover the port opening, so an unlucky drop in this area will do unspeakable horrors to your iPhone. I had no complaints regarding the access of your iPhone inside the MagBak. The grippy texture of the case, again, really great for handling, and the buttons are easy to access and there are no issues with the ports since, well, there's nothing there. So that's all I got. Again, the magnets add a certain level of functionality that you're not going to find on a lot of other cases. The thinness, if you are very careful with your iPhone, this is probably a decent case to get. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section below. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, consider subscribing because I do tons of awesome product reviews. And if you found it useful, get it through my site because affiliates is a great way to support me. Find me on Google+, Twitter, as well as Facebook. I'm Aaron the Ho. This is Monty the Ho. That's all I got for this review. Thanks for watching. I will say that the MagBak looks and feels suspiciously. I will say that the MagBak looks and feels suspiciously. I will say that the MagBak feels and looks suspiciously. I will say that the MagBak looks and feels suspiciously like the Apple Silicone case. MagBak review. You ready, buddy? You ready? No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. You're not excited at all, are you? Uh-oh. Your tail is slowly going down, Dad. What's happening?